later this afternoon, I got to them. Oh boy, and I can't say who they are, and I can't really say.
That's fine.
And I can't really say what they told me, but it's ironclad. It's 1,000% true. Okay, I know exactly what happened to the kids. The kids are alive.
Imagine this. 7 minutes ago, the RCMP quietly greenlit arrest warrants that could upend everything you thought you knew about the disappearance of Lilly and Jack Sullivan. And the man at the center of it all, Darin Geddes, just found himself exposed in the most shocking way. In the next 20 minutes, you'll hear the undisclosed evidence, the behind-the-scenes struggle within Canada's top investigative teams, and the secret recordings that forced our nation's most respected police force into action. If you believe Lilly and Jack deserve justice, hit subscribe now. It costs nothing but means everything. And drop your prayers and hopes for their safe return in the comments below. Every word you share, every like you tap, turns up the pressure to finally break open this case. 2 months of silence shattered when a single anonymous tip sparked an internal RCMP review. Sources deep inside the major crime unit confirmed that investigators uncovered discrepancies so glaring they had no choice but to prepare charges, not against a stranger or a shadowy syndicate, but against the one man who insisted he held the key to Lilly and Jack's fate. Geddes, the self-styled voice of truth, who lit up live streams with claims he'd found the missing siblings alive, is now the suspect in a conspiracy to derail the very search he claimed to support. It started with a leaked audio clip, distorted, mysterious, yet undeniably authentic. The words were silent thunder in the cyber world. I got them, they're alive, ironclad, 1,000% true. Overnight, it ignited Reddit threads and Facebook groups, turning Geddes into a viral sensation. Thousands shared, commented, and pleaded for proof. But as followers multiplied, so did whispers within Mounties corridors. Was this man bearing truth, or was he dragging the investigation into a fog of false leads? Inside the RCMP's live search room, officers pored over every second of that audio. They matched Geddes' voice to archived livestream recordings, cross-checked metadata, and pinpointed his IP address tying him to the very day Lilly and Jack vanished. What began as a missing person search turned into a forensic operation, examining Geddes' digital footprint. Investigators discovered on the morning of May 2nd, Geddes' phone pinged cell towers near Lansdowne Station precisely when he later claimed the children were safe and sheltered. In fact, his logs show him broadcasting from 250 kilometers away, an impossible distance if he'd truly been on the ground guiding volunteers. Then came the turning point. An internal memo leaked to a trusted journalist. Initiate warrant for obstruction of justice, it read, citing Criminal Code Section 139. Senior officers argued that Geddes' repeated dissemination of unverified claims not only diverted precious resources, but endangered the children. The memo detailed how every minute spent chasing his leads cost precious search hours in the unforgiving Nova Scotian wilderness, and how some investigators privately believed those hours could have saved Lilly and Jack. Simultaneously, a second memo surfaced outlining mischief charges under Section 430. It accused Geddes of willfully misleading volunteers and authorities regarding the children's whereabouts, thereby endangering their lives. While mischief charges historically apply to property crimes, the RCMP's legal advisors deemed this case exceptional. Geddes' claims spurred hundreds into remote, treacherous areas at dusk, exposing them and potentially the children to harm. Behind closed doors, the debate raged: arrest him and risk public backlash, or let the case simmer until new evidence emerged. Public pressure shifted the balance. Social media campaigns, spearheaded by family members and advocacy groups, demanded accountability. If Darin Geddes knows something, force him to reveal it. Even politicians chimed in, calling for transparency. That chorus of outrage reverberated through RCMP headquarters, pushing senior brass to sign off on the warrants. The execution plan for Geddes' arrest was as precise as any tactical operation. Detectives coordinated with the Northeast Nova Major Crime Unit, liaised with local detachments, and secured judicial approval to search Geddes' home, his devices, and his online accounts. Warrants were drafted for cell phone records, text exchanges, encrypted chat logs, and financial transactions to trace any donations he collected under the guise of funding search efforts. While Geddes' public profiles went dark, YouTube shut down his channel. Facebook removed his groups. RCMP digital forensics teams moved in. They cloned hard drives, extracted message threads, and reconstructed edited audio files. For the first time, investigators could contrast Geddes' online persona with the raw data he thought was hidden. They uncovered a pattern of deleted posts late at night, right after Vernon Hills residents posted photos of search teams finding empty campsites or discarded boots. Geddes' timely misdirections weren't mere errors. They were orchestrated. Equally damning was his financial trail. Authorities discovered a PayPal account soliciting donations for rescue efforts. Thousands of dollars poured in from across Canada, with contributors believing their funds would pay for fuel, gear, or lodging for search teams. But bank records revealed the money flowed into Geddes' personal account, then dispersed to unrelated services, a streaming software subscription, car repairs in Halifax, and even a designer microphone. This revelation sparked outrage. Volunteers at risk life and limb paid out of pocket, while Geddes profited from their dedication. Behind the scenes, Geddes' allies scrambled. They insisted he was a whistleblower silenced by the state, a truth seeker who'd stumbled upon new leads. They shared half-baked theories, that Lilly and Jack had been spirited to safety by a secret network, or that Geddes' inside contact at CPS had tipped him off. But each claim unraveled under scrutiny. RCMP interviews with the supposed inside contact yielded no corroboration, and forensic linguists identified those same phrases in Geddes' prior posts. Proof he fabricated the narrative to inflate his mystique. As the noose tightened, Geddes' own recordings betrayed him. Investigators unearthed a private audio diary, mistakenly uploaded to a backup folder. In one entry, he confessed, "I know exactly what happened that morning. They're not out there. I covered for them. I can't untangle this." Those words, clear, unguarded, became the jewel in the RCMP's case. They demonstrated both knowledge and intent. Knowledge of the children's true fate, and intent to mislead the search and profit from the lies. Officers waited for the right moment. They coordinated with local traffic units to avoid a public spectacle. On the eve of Geddes' second scheduled live stream, plainclothes detectives approached his door. Cameras were rolling. Live feeds that would later show Geddes' stunned face. Hands raised as officers read him his rights. Obstruction of justice, mischief endangering life, and criminal conspiracy. The same microphones he'd used to broadcast false hope now recorded his gloves being removed and his phone taken as evidence. In the stunned aftermath, extreme silence fell over social feeds. Geddes' followers felt betrayed. Volunteers felt vindicated yet heartbroken. Questions swirled. If Geddes knew where Lilly and Jack were, why didn't he say? Was he protecting someone? Or was he hiding behind sensationalism? RCMP briefings confirmed they'd seized multiple devices, and interviews were ongoing. Senior officers emphasized this wasn't the end, but a crucial step toward truth. Public reaction was visceral. Family members, long marginalized in the media storm, seized the moment. Belinda Gray, the children's grandmother, issued a statement. "We never stop praying. Today our voices are heard." Malaya, the children's mother, held vigil outside the detachment. Her grief raw, her faith unbroken. Across Canada, vigils sprang up in city squares. Candlelight-lit faces etched with hope and sorrow. Legal experts weighed in. Geddes' charges carry up to 5 years in prison. Yet prosecution still faces hurdles. The RCMP must prove Geddes' statements directly obstructed specific search operations. They need to link his misdirections to wasted hours and endangered lives. They must establish his conspiracy implicated others, an entire network, as his critics claimed. Meanwhile, the investigation pivots back to the children. With Geddes detained, RCMP can refocus resources on fresh leads. Digital teams analyze GPS data. Forensic analysts revisit the blanket fragment found near the pipeline, and scent tracking dogs are redeployed along new coordinates. The public's renewed trust in the official probe clasps every tip with renewed urgency. In the coming days, court documents will surface, detailing Geddes' communications, financial records, and the exact language of his confession. Journalists will comb through discovery filings, looking for hidden clues. Unredacted addresses, familiar names, hints to the children's current location. Every revelation will be dissected by armchair detectives and newsrooms alike. But amid the media frenzy, one truth remains constant. Lilly and Jack Sullivan need to be found. Charges against Geddes are a milestone, not a finish line. The question that drives every volunteer, investigator, and family member is still the same. Where are those two small boots, the pink pair and the blue Dinos? Did Geddes' arrest finally clear the path to answers, or will it reveal a deeper, darker conspiracy that stretches beyond one man? This watershed moment, 7 minutes ago, reminds us how swiftly justice can pivot when one person tries to hijack hope for profit. It reminds us that every click, every share, every prayer in the comments matters. The RCMP's bold move against Geddes wasn't just about holding him accountable. It was about restoring faith in the search for Lilly and Jack. Now it's up to all of us to keep the story alive. Keep sharing, keep demanding progress, and above all, keep believing that somewhere out there, Lilly and Jack are waiting for us to bring them home. If Geddes' arrest teaches us anything, it's that the truth never stays buried forever. Tonight, the case shifts from missing children to hidden children, and every second counts. Stay tuned, stay vigilant, and stay compassionate. Because if justice can move this fast once, it can move faster next time. And Lilly and Jack deserve nothing less than every ounce of our collective will to find them.